When I first arrived at UNT in the fall of 1991, the wars in the former Yugoslavia were really heating up. The conflict had become so bad that the world needed to put a stop to what was happening. The United Nations Security Council created the International Criminal Tribunal with the goal being to try to prosecute the perpetrators, the organizers and masterminds of all these massive human rights violations. My trip to The Hague in 1996 to see that first international trial was so important in my research.
Here, in this courtroom, in The Hague.
And what was important that I also get across to my students was an awareness of what was going on around us in the world from firsthand knowledge. It really kind of reignited my interest in the former Yugoslavia, and especially how it was that the world was going to deal with these atrocities. How do you prosecute and punish people for committing crimes that involve the deaths of tens of thousands of people? And we started then taking students about every other year after that.
It does take a special kind of person to do the work. It's not just collegial, but really is seeking to build long-term relationships. With the Castleberry Peace Institute, it's a very important mission here at UNT. It's not just academic. It's not just about serving the UNT community, but like reaching out and to try to build peace across the board. It's the idea of protecting people, human rights. His work in Yugoslavia had a lot to do with that and thinking about what justice meant there. And that carried him over to Colombia and thinking about what justice means in this context.
And it was about that same time that I got a call from former faculty who had come in touch with someone who is a Colombian political refugee, and he was curious to know if our Castleberry Peace Institute had any kind of projects or any kind of work in Colombia.
So this spring break I went to Colombia. I went specifically to Medellin, Colombia, and we went there to talk to them about how we can help them, how they've been impacted by the Civil War, and how we can help fix the issues that they currently have.
Well, it's been especially important for me in Colombia to make sure that people understand that this is pretty much all I do in my teaching and research, that I keep coming back and we keep furthering those kinds of personal relationships, because you really have to gain trust. To gain trust for people who are both victims and also the people who are the perpetrators.
Inicialmente se realizó una investigación que tenía que ver con la historia de reconciliación, cómo nosotros, habiendo sido responsables de tantos hechos atroces y que las habían afectado tanto, como nosotros habíamos podido alcanzar el perdón de ellas.
Because you can see it in paper. You can see how impactful the civil wars are to people, especially to the mothers that we talk to, the organizations, the people in Alta Vista that we work with. And I think that this trip really showed us and showed me how impactful it was for them still to this day, even though it's been years since they lost their loved ones.
They see an awful lot and they get to meet all those people who were involved in the peace building work on the ground, not just kind of reading about it in books, which is great, but meeting the people too, which I think is just so important.
I will call him a mentor.
He's prolific.
Ha sido un hombre, un embajador de la paz.
He keeps advocating for us and advocating for the cause.
It means a lot professionally and personally, especially since I've been here for going on 33 years now. I certainly made more than my fair share of mistakes along the way. But what's been so good about UNT is that we have such a great faculty, a wonderful staff, great students. I really am here today because of so much of what other people at UNT have done to help mentor me, support me, and look out for me.